Here's what an optimal pre and post-training nutrition should look like in order to optimize your performance and your recovery. So pre-training, in the 1 to 4 hours before your session begins, you should have a balanced meal, and that meal should be prioritizing protein, but most importantly carbohydrates. When it comes to carbs, I recommend aiming for at least 1 gram per kilogram you weigh in that meal before training. So if you're 70 kilograms, that would be aiming for at least 70 grams of carbs in this meal. We want to keep fats and fiber relatively low because they both slow down your digestion. If you have a really high fat and high fiber meal before training, you'll feel it sitting heavy in your stomach when you're training, and you'll feel bloated, and no one wants that. So base it around protein and carbs, keep fats and fiber relatively low. Now, dependent on personal preference, within that 0 to 2 hours before training, you could also top up your carbohydrates even more with a small high carb snack, something like a terribly drawn banana there, or a bowl of cereal, or some sweets, or something like that. That's optional. If you've had a big meal about 3 to 4 hours before, then you might not necessarily need some extra carbs. Now we move to post-training. So ideally, within an hour or so after training, you'd want to get another balanced meal. Again, high protein, high carb. This time you don't need to worry about keeping fats and fiber low, so this can be slightly higher fat and slightly higher fiber than your pre-training meal. If for whatever reason you can't get a meal in within about an hour or so after training, then you still want to get some protein and carbohydrates. That could be from a nice convenient source like a whey protein shake and a piece of fruit, for example. And that just takes off a little bit of the time pressure, meaning you can leave it to more 2 to 3 hours after your session before having that balanced meal. Nutrition can get confusing. That's why I created the Fighter Diet Setup Guide. DM me the word Fighter Diet and I'll send it to you for free.